Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh. And guys, with San Diego Comic-Con 2024 coming up, we have your Walking Dead news. What could be released in San Diego Comic-Con?
Yes, exciting news. San Diego Comic-Con starts this coming week, Thursday, July 25th through Sunday, July 28th. And we are going to have some Walking Dead panels on Friday, July 25th for The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2. I'm sorry. No, Friday the 26th, excuse me. Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol Season 2. A lot of cool stuff. We don't know exactly what we're getting at these panels, but guaranteed we are going to be getting trailers.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, this is the time where The Walking Dead is gearing up for their new seasons, and it's typically the time we get some trailer releases. So very excited. Expect some reactions for us shortly after Friday for both of those series.
Definitely. So what's interesting is that, Walking Dead Dead City, the panel is happening on Friday, July 26th at 1:45 p.m. Now, I would think they would want to have Daryl Dixon first because Dead City is not releasing until next year. Daryl Dixon is releasing very, very soon, I believe in September. But either way, Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey D. Morgan are going to be at the panel along with Scott Gimple and, the showrunners and stuff like that. So, excited to see Season 2 trailer. We are excited because, Negan is the king of New York now. He is going to be gathering other gangs in the other boroughs of New York. We have Ken Coates, who, he's an amazing actor. Cannot wait to see him interact with Negan. This season, I believe, is going to be good. I just have reservations just how they're going to do this story because of Maggie and Herschel.
And Babylon.
And Babylon, yes. The fart people.
I'm very excited for this season. I'm wondering if we're going to get any announcements,
for Beyond.
Surprises that we might not, otherwise know.
Yeah, Lauren Cohen said that she would love to have 5 or 6 seasons of this. And there's some reservations from fans because it's you have to keep reinventing it. If it's the same, we can't keep having Maggie and Negan at odds with each other. You can't keep going for too long because it's just going to get repetitive and annoying.
Yeah, and I've said that about,
we've said it.
The regular Walking Dead shows, it just became too repetitive. New season, new villain. Season ends, villain dies. Characters die. I don't know. And look, you're going to get that with the Walking Dead show at some point. Some elements of that are going to have that, but just try something different. And that's kind of what I thought the Dead City was when season 1 came out. It was something a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the main villains of Dead City have carried over. No major villains have died. People did die, but not our major villains. It's carried over. So they are carrying the story over to the next season, which is good.
It took a season to reveal it.
It took a season to build the character arcs and reveal them, yeah. But
so next season, I guess with this season, what's going to happen, right? It is a new twist because we have so much history with Negan and what he's been through. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to get him to essentially revert back to what we believe, revert back to who he once was, that ruthless leader.
He has Lucille.
Exactly.
He has Lucille again.
So that is something I think a lot of fans are looking forward to.
Yeah. When we got that reveal from the leaked photos, normally we don't, share leaked information, but when we saw that, it was plastered everywhere. And
Imagine if it wasn't leaked, bro.
Oh, I think it would be so much better.
I know.
It'd be so much better.
Imagine Negan walking out of a dim area or dark area, and you don't see that thing until he comes into the light. Oh, dude.
We're still going to have an awesome reaction to it, but if it wasn't leaked, yes, it would be so much better to see it on screen and see the reveal that he has a Lucille again, whatever he's going to call it. He could probably call it Lucille again. Who knows? Either way, he has a bat with barbed wire. We know what's going down.
Unless they're doing a dream sequence.
I don't think so, because from the leaked photos, it shows him with the Barazzi, so with the actual people in New York. It's legit.
I just want to see some throw in some road tactics that he did against our survivors too. Bring that back. Oh, dude, I can't wait.
And I want to see him when he goes to another like New York borough to bring them in. I want to see him banging Lucille on the gate, on the door, and saying, little pig, let me in."
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. Little pig, let me in.
And you know what else I want?
Now lean back. Dude.
Yes, you
No.
gotta have the lean. Let me in.
No lean back. The lean back's got to be done.
Oh yeah, guys. You know we love Dead City. The only, like I said, the only thing is the storyline with Maggie. It sounds like she's gonna go back, try to save him. You know,
Until she sees Lucille.
Until she sees Lucille. We heard that Herschel is going to have a darker, from the actor, the kid. The kid kind of gave a short little interview. He said that his character is going to have a little darker story arc. So that's very interesting. I mean, he is going through a lot. He was held captive. He had his toe cut off from Dama. So he's probably going to have some PTSD, and he's in his relationship with his mother wasn't great. Over the years after this, before Dead City and during Dead City, of course. So they got to build their relationship back. So
we don't know his dynamic with Negan yet.
We don't know. Well, yeah, we don't know how the relationship truly broke with Maggie. It just sounded like he wanted to do his own thing. He didn't really want to do not chores, but specific tasks that he needed to do. And she was maybe pushing him too hard. Blah blah blah.
He's a teenager, dude.
He's trying to be a teenager. Yeah, in a zombie apocalypse world. You know,
I mean, the amount of emotions that kid's probably going through, and he doesn't have a father. He doesn't have a father figure in his life.
Right.
So it's like, and the way his father died, he knows all about it. Mm-hmm. I totally expect a darker arc with that character.
Yeah, for sure. So yes, we're super excited for that, to see the trailer, any information they can tell us more on the storyline. But again, Dead City isn't out until 2025. But then we get into Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. There's been a ton of posts on social media with Comic-Con putting up kind of like the new key art posters on the buildings and stuff getting set for it. A lot of people are very upset because of the font. So what they're mad because the Book of Carol is a secondary title. The series is Daryl Dixon. So what fans are mad about is it says, Daryl Dixon, the font is bigger than below the Book of Carol. And people are like, Carol deserves her dues.
Oh,
she's part of this. Like, come on, you guys.
Shut up.
It's a secondary title. The series is Daryl Dixon. Yes, this one is primarily going to be really focused on Carol because it is the Book of Carol, but it is the Daryl Dixon series. So calm down. She's in it. Be happy.
It's a show.
Right. So the Daryl Dixon panel will be at 2:45 on July 26th on Friday. Norma Reedus and Melissa McBride will be in attendance, along with, Scott Gimple and the other showrunners, blah, blah, blah. They are also, which I don't like that they do this, the panel will be followed by an advanced screening of the season 2 premiere. So look out for spoilers for people who are posting the episode 1 spoilers ahead of time.
Yeah.
I really wish they wouldn't do that. Now, I understand if you're at Comic-Con, you get to see it.
Coming out September?
Yeah, I don't have it.
So that's frustrating, right? Because you're already getting episode 1, a full view of it,
right,
in July.
Yeah. Unless they have everybody sign like an NDA.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Because
how are they going to prove who leaked it?
Take their phones away. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Take their phones away, and they can't share anything.
Oh, dude.
They could type it out.
Yeah, but people
would find a way.
Possibly might know that's coming, right? And they'll do anything to get a leak out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, Book of Carol, season 2. Again, the Daryl Dixon series has been very interesting for us, interesting for me. We want Daryl to get back home, but
not going to happen.
The leaked information from what Norman Reedus mentioned that season 3 is about ready to start in production, and season 3 is being filmed in Spain. So they're going from France to Spain. Yeah, he's not coming home yet. And I also heard another potential leak by Norman Reedus about a season 4 still in Spain.
Jeez.
It's like, this dude's not going to get home.
Yeah.
Yes, we want him home, but man, just don't know where the story's going to go. And we have another video talking about kind of the future of Daryl Dixon from Norman Reedus. But
Yep.
how do you feel about season 2 coming up for Daryl Dixon with Carol?
I'm excited. I really want to know the dynamic of and the storyline behind Carol's presence there. Obviously, it's to get Daryl, but also, is she there for a purpose? We've talked about this in previous videos. We've said that, did she say Rick's name on the radio? Is her purpose to tell Daryl that Rick is home and that he needs to come home as well? That's what I'm more excited about than anything. Of course, variants are always a plus, and another thing that I'd like to see is more background on the science side, the teams. The scientist teams.
The scientist teams, yeah.
Primrose.
If we get that.
If we get that.
If they're part of it.
I don't think they will be, though.
Well, I kind of feel like the one scientist that's testing these variants, he might be part of one of those teams.
From one of those teams.
But they haven't revealed that information, yeah. I'm on the lines with you. We know that Carol is going after him because, they talked on the radio. He hasn't been back in a week. We have a feeling she probably said Rick was back because it sounded like it. But I kind of feel that since season 3 is, season 3, potentially season 4, Daryl's not coming home. I think if Daryl hears that Rick is back, even though he's not there to see him, I think that will bring Daryl a ton of relief.
Absolutely. Knowing
that he's home.
Yeah. And
in Daryl's mind, he'll be like, I'll get home eventually.
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing for right now, but since Daryl knows that Rick is alive and home, that will bring him so much joy and relief.
It'll give him peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. And so I completely agree with you. Like, he's not going to drop everything and run back to Rick.
No.
Sure, they have a solid relationship. They're best friends. They would die for each other, but he's not going to just run back and leave what he's got going. He's a honorable man. He's going to finish what he's started. Right.
Yeah.
So I get that. I just, and maybe he probably already knows that Michonne's not letting Rick out.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked about that before as well.
He's
like,
never leaving.
Yeah.
If he has to go on a run, he's going with like 50 people.
I don't think she's even going to let him out then.
Yeah.
You thought you were a prisoner in CRM? You're a prisoner now.
Exactly. One other storyline, which I think you'll agree with me that they really need to flesh out, is this whole Laurent being the Messiah, the leader. They have to flesh this out with Laurent.
Honestly, I hope they drop it. If I'm being completely honest,
no, they won't.
They won't. But
they gotta.
If they turn it into what they started to do towards the end of season 1, which is this is a community of leaders, and these are the future of our world. They're going to bring us to the future. Mm-hmm. If they continue on with that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
If they keep doing this magical, Laurent is the next coming of Jesus Christ.
And I've mentioned that too.
They put too much religion into,
but that's
his storyline.
Yeah, they do because
they needed to because
where he grew up.
Correct.
In the monastery, but. I think when they use, I've mentioned before, when they use the word Messiah, you immediately think, oh, you think he's the next like Jesus Christ? No, I think even Isabel kind of reiterated that. She was like, they feel that his purpose is to be the next leader. They see so much leadership in him.
But they did that at the end.
They did that at the end. Yeah. So that's why I was like, it's not the Messiah. They just use those terms because they're from a religious background.
Understood. But even if you're from a religious background, like to use that is
weird.
And I'm Catholic, so like I'm not saying I want the religious taken out of it, but like it doesn't. I don't like it.
Yeah.
No,
I hear you.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, they didn't push it too hard, I think, in the series.
Yeah.
To me, they didn't really like push so much religious overtones and everything. It all really stemmed around how they viewed Laurent and his potential special abilities. They saw him as being really special. So, of course, in their eyes, who else was very special to them in their eyes in the religious part of it? You know what I mean? But they see him more as just a leader who's going to take these people into the new world. Whatever this prophecy is.
They gave him powers, dude.
Well, Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
to read people. Like, they were pushing it.
But I think that's just
They were
how
trying
he
to,
is.
like, you know,
Right, yeah.
push us towards, like, I'm not saying they were saying he's the next Jesus Christ. Like, it's just...
They see a special ability in him that they... To them, it's magical. Mm-hmm. To them, it's not magical. It's a... I don't know what it is. Like, they see it as a gift. They see it as something divine, right?
Yeah.
But that's because of their religious
I
piece
completely
of it.
understand, because the area that they were in...
And as word spreads...
Very religious area.
Yes, indeed.
So,
and as word spreads, people are just going to hear it and be like, "Oh, wow, this kid sounds great."
I just hope they drop that aspect of it.
Just gotta
he can be special, like,
yeah.
You know, and I hope that they continue on with he is a leader.
Right.
Because if this show continues on throughout the years, it'd be very interesting to see how Laurent grows and becomes
As a
that
character.
leader that we, thought of when we saw him as a little boy.
Well, what I liked what they did at the end of season 1 was when he was with Daryl, and Daryl was trying to get him to go to a specific place, and he's like, "Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I'm going to get lost." Right. So as Daryl left and went to the beach, Laurent followed him by himself, no problem. Got around all the walkers, no problem. So in a way, Laurent, his character grew up.
But is that a way of them showing this is a special kid that can morph from one place to another?
No, not. I don't think it's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not like he's special. It's just he was able to bring the braveness from within himself.
Sure.
Follow Daryl on a very far trek to the ocean by himself without any help, and he was able to get there.
But there were
in one
moments.
piece,
There were moments in Chaos where Laurent helped people.
Yep. Yep.
And that's
He's brave.
That's bravery. That's leadership, and that's kind of what I'd like to focus more on. Not just him being this messiah. I just can't stand that term being used.
Yeah. I think in this next season, Laurent, we're going to see a change in him. Because he has Daryl and because he has Isabel, they're very strong, brave characters. He's going to pick up on that, and he's going to start doing things with the group, and he's really going to show that he's able to kind of be a part of this zombie apocalyptic world that he's been sheltered away from for so long.
Do you think...
And he's going to really become like...
Do you think
stronger
having Daryl there changes Laurent if Daryl weren't there? You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
Daryl doesn't believe in the shit, the special, the one, and having that mentality next to you when you've been thrown, like, how old is Laurent? 14, 13, 14, having 13 or 14 years of you being told you're the Messiah, you're the one, you're special, and then having Daryl being thrown in there, that's exactly what he needs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good because I think it's humbled Isabel as well.
Yeah.
Isabel, we know her backstory. She was crazy. She was really crazy. So Isabel and Daryl have this connection. I still can't see if it's any romantic connection. I may see it on the Isabel side a little bit. Daryl,
but Daryl's always been a tough nut to crack.
He's tough to read when it comes to females.
Yeah.
It really is. The only one that we kind of saw a little bit with Connie. Yes, we saw a lot of it with Leah, but it's tough. And in a way, I don't think he has romantic feelings for her. He cares for her, but I don't know on a romantic level. Isabel, you kind of saw it in her eyes a little bit. She kind of gave, because even that one girl saw Isabel looking at him like, "Ooh, who you checking out?" Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I also want. In this storyline, Kodron turned out to be a good guy. Yeah, now he's being forced to work for Madame Genet. But yeah, I want to see more with Madame Genet, Kodron, the scientist. I want to see if there's any connection to the World Beyond post-credit scene with the scientists who are working on the zombie virus in France. Primrose team. Primrose. Yeah. Is there any CRM connection? Because as we know, General Bill said that potentially there are spies. They had spies all over the place. Is there any CRM connection at all? Maybe we can get a piece of it. Since CRM is basically done in the United States, could there still be factions around the world? Sleeper cells around the world that we don't know of. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for that trailer. Definitely stay tuned, guys. When these trailers come out, we're going to do full reactions and full breakdowns like we've done before. Of course, it's just been a little slow season right now because there's not much going on.
Yeah.
But excited for that. It sucks we have to wait so long for Dead City, though. I could probably...
That's the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
I could probably say, maybe March or April. We could maybe think that they're going to release it, but... Yeah, so Daryl Dixon's next on the plate. So we're going to have to see how this season goes.
September will be here before we know it.
Before we know it.
Football and Daryl Dixon.
That's right. Good stuff. So yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts on the upcoming San Diego Comic-Con panels. Let us know if any of you guys are actually going to be there. In a way, I've always wanted to go to San Diego, but I heard it's very hard to get tickets, and it's just a ton of people.
You and I, as some of you, what's the term, OG subscribers may know, I mean, we started this channel as comic book readers.
Comic book fans.
We still love comic books, but we kind of fell out of the hobby. But you and I always wanted to go to that.
Oh yeah,
always
wanted to go to San Diego.
We went to C2E2, which is a huge Comic-Con in Chicago. We went there a couple of times. But to go to that show in San Diego, it's one of the bucket list items for me.
And I would like to know, guys, if you guys since COVID, has it changed? Have the numbers dropped? Are they, did San Diego maybe try to, I don't know how to put it.
I know they changed the format.
A lot of the formatting a bit.
I just don't know, because I know that there were a lot of vendors that dropped out. I don't know if that's still the case. I just haven't looked into it or not. But has the popularity changed?
Right.
I can't imagine it would.
Because a lot of big movies now, because even movies, they really, maybe not a lot of blockbuster movies are going to Comic-Con like they used to before. It's just being announced online on social media, and then it goes to theaters or it goes directly to Netflix, HBO without really needing a Comic-Con.
We could be completely wrong.
We could be wrong.
Yeah,
we don't know.
More popular than ever.
That's why let us know. That's why we're asking, because we haven't been.
People are like, "What are you talking about?"
And we don't look at news for Comic-Con all day long.
No.
So, but yeah, let us know your thoughts on the Walking Dead panels at San Diego Comic-Con. Stay tuned for our reactions and breakdowns of those trailers when they release, and we will see you guys in the next one. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.